people love it. So a lot of people want to hear that, like what questions people ask.
Okay. Yep, it's recording.
I'm recording.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. I mean, if you're a Wenmoon investor, thank you so much. It's been a really wild ride. It's we were down pretty bad this week, but you guys hung on. I mean, the mods in Wenmoon overall, like Barry, Ahmed, like you guys are amazing. Brett Jr.'s in here. Ali's just been lining up influencers for us, like Nicholas, just a ton of you guys. Sorry if I'm missing anybody, but yeah, Rob, Joel, like everybody that's in here, thank you so much.
Rob was doing a 24-hour shift yesterday.
See, that's insane.
Okay,
you are great, sir. I am Umar Farah. You are great, sir.
Yeah,
Your team
thank you.
is great.
Thank you. Yeah. So, what questions do you guys have for us? We didn't have like a particular format planned. I guess we could have sourced questions ahead of time, but if you guys want to just free fire questions, we'll do our best answering them, and anything we can't answer, we'll take back and get answers for you guys and submit them here.
Case, while you were out, one of the guys asked about the about what price we're going to get listed at, and I just told him that we would have to be working with them really closely tomorrow to figure out the price that we should list at. If there's anything you want to add to that.
Yeah, I don't have any update. I sent our rep a message earlier today. She's in China. She hasn't gotten back to me yet. So we'll see. They're like pretty responsive though. So yeah, I mean, we definitely need to adjust the listing price.
Okay, if it were to get adjusted, what price would it be adjusted to, like to the current market price, or will it be like off by like a certain percentage?
That's a great question, and I want to spend more time with the rep. Like they've been great out, walking us through this. Obviously, this is our first time doing this, and so I really want to make sure that we do this right. And so we've kind of been leaning on them in terms of like the details and the mechanics of doing so.
Okay. And besides Hotbit, what's the other exchanges you're going to apply to in the future, or maybe you have been applying to?
Yeah, so we've been talking to a few already. So Whitebit is definitely on our radar. Bitmart, because it's friendly kind of in the US, we've been discussing with. And I mean, until like the last couple of days, we weren't really kind of large enough to really speak to too many others. So Whitebit, I would feel great about. They're big in Europe. They do about, I think, like 1.1 billion in transactions a day, at least they report. So like that would be a really nice player for us. That one takes about 2 to 3 weeks. It's about $65,000 for us to kind of go through the process. But yeah, I think that's next up on our list. We're discussing with them in Bitmart currently.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for these listings.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, I mean, we're pulling this out of our pockets, right? So like we put up initial liquidity. We're like, paying all these influencers, we're paying for the listing, and then like we're paying to kind of seed the market. So it's a decent investment.
Yeah, it's paying off nice though.
I mean, yeah, today has just been absolutely wild. Like you guys are insane.
And
Cool.
then,
What other questions?
I think Elon was saying he's gonna give a preview of the DApp that you guys are making.
Probably not a preview, but we can definitely talk quite a bit more about the DApp. Like honestly, I want to focus as much as possible on kind of the DApp roadmap. So like I think listing will on Hotbit will be great for us. It opens up and makes it a lot easier for kind of your average Joe to buy. But I think where we really get into the $100 million plus hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap and like, really blow this thing up far beyond where we're currently at, which again has been amazing, is like adding real utility to Wenmoon. Because there's so much more value than just pure kind of speculation in terms of where price is heading if there's some kind of utility attached to it. So looking at kind of the concept behind dApp. So, I've said in the chat before, like I have a software background. And so it's actually like lining up pretty well. So looking at some of the gaps kind of in this space and in the whole DeFi crypto space, I mean, there's still so many kind of unsolved problems and needs in the space because it's so new and it's not getting a ton of attention. The vast majority of people are focused on, the analogy could be a gold rush. So the vast majority of people are focused on mining the gold, right? So like you're finding the tokens that are worth gold or hopefully soon will be. And not very many people are focused on providing the tools to help the miners reach the gold. And so obviously there are some, but if you look at the charts available for like these smaller market cap coins that aren't listed on exchanges like Unidex and KuCoin, I mean, there's still a lot to be desired, right? And there's still a lot that like from your basic wallets there's still a lot to be desired. And we think that like there's this really kind of big opportunity to build a lot of starting like initially small utilities to help make better decisions during your trading and to make smarter decisions and to try to avoid rugs and so forth. And so that's like, and then from there, this opportunity to kind of attach Wenmoon to these applications. So like our first app that we're already working on, we're calling Profits. And essentially, how many people, and especially new folks, but like even myself, are wondering, okay, what's my average price on Wenmoon when I bought, and how many tokens have I earned in total? Especially if you have multiple transactions, it's difficult to see. And like in some tokens, there's liquidity locks that are locked for, call it a month, 3 months, 6 months, 3 years. And you have no insight into what that looks like. And so the kind of concept behind Profits is we want to provide like some real kind of clarity into what's going on in your wallet. So you'll be able to see on a single page, okay, here's all the coins that I currently have or tokens that I currently have in my wallet. Here's like what the USD and BNB value currently is, the price of the coin, how many tokens I have, what did I buy, what's my average buy-in price at, how many tokens have I earned, what's the USD value of those tokens that I've earned, if applicable, how many tokens are locked up in liquidity, how long are they locked up, and what's the value of that lockup. And then you can click in and then you can start getting information around individual transactions as well. One thing that I'm seeing quite often with Wenmoon is that people, they buy, there's that 15% tax and then they end up selling. And I don't think they realize that there's that 15% tax on the back end of it. And so they're selling at a loss. And they probably don't even realize that they're going to be selling at a loss, for example, because there's just not enough, help, I guess, or insight into like what's going on in these token contracts. So anyways, and then there will be kind of a historical run of, still talking about Profits, there will be like a high level overview of here's how much, kind of money you have in your wallet. Here's how much you're earning per day and in redistribution tokens, not just for Wenmoon, but, kind of across the board. And here's what's kind of locked up in liquidity and so forth. And then there will be kind of a history tab. This probably won't be at launch, but will come soon after. The way I like to launch software is like a simple first version, initially get feedback, get people using it, and then kind of iterate from there and build upon it. So anyways, and there will be this history tab that then allows you to look historically, your wins, your losses, and hopefully helps you to kind of learn along the way. And then, the next app that we'll be building, we haven't started on this yet, will probably be a Chrome extension, focus on when you're in Pancakeswap, helping you to as you're transacting, prior to transacting, you can see all the tokenomics of the contract. It's difficult for the average person to run through a contract and understand what the tokenomics are actually, I've seen people like hop into a contract that had 3-month liquidity lock on all of their tokens, and they didn't realize it. I'm that person, and like it's just difficult to see all these things. But if you had a Chrome extension walking you through in Pancakeswap, like here are the tokenomics, just so you know. Like we had some guy hop in with 5K into Wenmoon and sent us an email and said, hey, what's going on? Like a bunch of the tokens that I paid for aren't in my wallet. And it's like, hey, just so you know, there's this 15% tax, and if you hold, like, you'll make money, but here's where your tokens went. And I don't know. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but like the point is that there's like significant opportunity in the space to build utilities that are helpful. And the play will be, initially we'll launch, completely free, like KuCoin, and then we will see what features there are kind of eligible, if you will, for gating. And so we'll probably gate. Let's just say we'll gate being able to see what the value of your redistributed tokens are. Like, how many of us would love to see how much money we're earning per day in these redistributions that are happening? Like, that is very simple and would be helpful, I'm sure. So like we'll figure out what features are okay to gate, and then you'll have to be holding some amount of Wenmoon in order to access these premium features. And so this is where I think Wenmoon like really, really blows up. So, let's say that you had to be holding $5 USD worth of Wenmoon in order to access some of these like premium features. The analogy would be KuCoin. So imagine if you had to hold 5 USD worth of KuCoin tokens in order to access the transaction ticker at the bottom. Like, I would do that. And the benefit is that, one, now you have all these people that are holding the token, and for them it's great because like they're earning on redistribution. But then for token holders, it's great because now there's this increased price floor, as you have a lot of people that are holding it, not looking to trade, but holding it because of the utility. And so now you have a bunch of people kind of buying in again for the utility, and the kind of positive externality of that is that the amount that you're holding is growing because of these redistributions. And that should hopefully significantly increase the value of Wenmoon and create some pretty nice like price floors for us.
Okay. That was super long, but it's good.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I'm really passionate about it, but that's good. Okay. So another person asked is, who's the biggest influencer that you're looking to get on board?
All right, what's this guy's name? So we're trying to line somebody up for Wednesday. His name, I'll tell you in 1 second.
Yeah.
It's this TikTok guy. He's got like 1 or 2 million followers. Blamo, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've been.
Blamio, I don't know how to pronounce it.
We've been in and out with him. I even texted him personally off my own phone, and then he just never responded.
All right, the next
Yeah,
person
it's Blano. I've messaged him already. I'm just waiting on a reply.
Awesome.
okay, another person asked is, when will they see the price in Trust Wallet, and when will the logo be updated in Trust Wallet?
That is a good question. We are currently looking to upgrade, like we're running through revisions currently of our logo. And so like we want to make it a little more kind of high tech and minimalist. And once we nail that down, we'll submit to Trust Wallet.
Okay. And I think you've seen one today in the morning, one for the audit that you guys done. Like a lot of people are saying like they would like the CerTic, if I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but they want that audit done. So will you guys be doing a re-audit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will, and for some of the exchanges, they want to see multiple audits. So
Okay.
Honestly, I haven't applied for that, but that's on like my to-do list for tonight.
All right. I don't think there's any other more questions in the chat. If anybody else wants to ask.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I was wondering, because you said you had a background in software engineering, and there's not much info I could find on you guys or on the team that's behind the behind Wenmoon, and then when you look at the big influencers in the space, like the big YouTubers or the guys on Twitter, when they research coins, they always talk about what the team is and what they do. And I heard you guys talking about long-term vision. So I was wondering if there are any plans on getting to know you guys better, or your guys' background and what you worked in, or something like that.
Yeah, great question. So the plan is definitely it's just really honestly a matter of timing with I have a full-time job as well, which is like a pretty important, I guess, thing. I'll share more when I can share my identity or whatever. So like I have to get approval from these, like my company, in order to be able to reveal my identity. That's honestly just what we're waiting for. In general, yeah, like honestly, I think it'll be a nice maybe this is like an arrogant thing to say, but I think it'll really help the price of Wenmoon and just the overall community when we get to do that. We're just kind of waiting on my work, I guess. But it's absolutely part of the plan. Like in order for us to hit hundreds of millions in market cap, we've talked about it being a requirement. So.
Okay, another question someone asked is that how will security work when holding other coins in the Profits app, like the Profits tab you're gonna make? Mm-hmm. How will the security work when you're holding other coins?
That's a great question. So we're working with the dev team on this. So I'm pretty certain that we'll be able to get the vast majority of the functionality without even connecting to your wallet. And so there's no real security concerns there. Your coins will not be held in Profits. The goal of Profits is just to provide visibility into the coins that you are currently holding in whatever wallet that may be.
Okay. And then another question is there like an ETA for the DApp, or like a target date that you guys have in mind?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to I was hoping to have designs to show you guys tomorrow. I don't think that our designer, we're going back and forth, and it's not going to be where I want it to be to show you guys. This is a new dev team for me that I'm working with. I'm still optimistic that I'll have something to maybe for you guys to start beta testing, maybe Friday or this coming weekend. But we'll see. So I don't want to commit to anything just yet, but the goal is for a fast turnaround. This isn't something Q3 or next month even. I'm trying to get this on ASAP basically.
Okay. So another question Ali asked is that, so the Profits app is a VR for your wallet, and it doesn't connect directly to the wallet? That's what he asked.
Yeah, great question. So I'm pretty sure we're still working through some details with the dev team, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to provide all the information without connecting to your wallet. So there's no security issues. This is not a wallet, at least not currently. Perhaps it ends up becoming so. This is just the goal is an analytics tool to help you see what's going on inside your wallet.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, could I add on to that?
Yeah.
So when you introduce the trading features on the app, how are you meant to trade if there's no actual wallet connected?
Yeah, so this isn't an exchange or anything like that. The goal is to help you understand, here's the total value sitting in your wallet. Here's the value of each token, and here's where you bought in at, and here's what the current price is at, and here's how much you're earning in redistribution tokens every day, and so forth.
Oh, okay, that's great. It's like an insight app.
Yeah, exactly. And the goal would be, it shows you, here's there'll be a little calculator at the bottom. Again, this isn't V1, but there will be a little calculator that you can plug in different prices for, let's just say Wenmoon, and it will tell you what the value of your Wenmoon would be at that time. But just part of the problem that I'm trying to solve here is that I just see a lot of kind of newer folks coming in, and they have the 15% tax on the way in, and then they try to sell it what they think is break even, but then there's a 15% tax on the way out, and now they're selling at a loss, for example, or they don't realize exactly what they paid coming in. And I just want to provide deeper insights to help people make smarter trading decisions. And then like our next app, I don't know what it's called yet, maybe like something like X-Ray or something, is I'd love to start doing some analysis to try to help people avoid rugs. Like, we've all been rugged and we hate it. And yeah, like we want to help people in general with the tools that we're making, make smarter decisions, make more money, avoid these scams. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Honestly, I think we're going to just see a ton of incredible feedback from the community in terms of features that they want to see, and who knows where things end up.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds great. Thank you.
Another question Tanvir asked in the chat is that what are the expectations after Hotbit? And do you expect like a little bit of sell-off during the initial launch? And how would you prevent that? Or what measures are you going to take?
Yeah, great question. I mean, this is like the number one thing that I don't know. This is one of the biggest things that we're focused on. So like, I think what happens when a lot of coins get listed on an exchange and then there's a sell-off is the dev team is really hyping up the getting listed on the exchange as kind of the end all be all. Like, when we get to the exchange, we're golden, we're legit, or whatever it may be. And like, we're trying to avoid that. And part of the goal in this conversation, this AMA, is to discuss what we think is like going to really 10x us from here. It is the dApps and utility that we're building that will be attached to Wenmoon. That's where we really 10x. And so, kind of like I said at the top of this, getting listed on the exchange, I think, will be helpful for sure. But where we really become worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and Wenmoon, absolutely skyrockets on top of what's happening today, is this dApp rollout or series of dApps that require Wenmoon in order to access some of those features. In terms of other things that we're doing, so we're trying to line up influencers that will start pushing on Wednesday and throughout the remainder of the week. Really, it would be amazing if we could get the CoinGecko listing to go through and CoinMarketCap to go through this week. So just trying to get enough kind of hype point throughout the rest of the week to keep the progress moving forward. Again, we're not saying once we get listed on the exchange, we're going to be worth 100 million and that's all that we're focused on. We're really trying to get people to look past that, because that's where this thing really, really takes off. That's when everybody gets to go to the Lambo dealership.
Yeah, that's really just going to be the first stepping stone. I mean, like Casey was saying earlier, there's a big space that needs to be filled. And so with this dApp, that's just the first step. And from there, we can branch off and start figuring out what the best route is for future dApps and to keep adding value to Wenmoon. So it's definitely not just going to be get listed and that's it. So yeah, we have that drone video that you guys wanted is getting shot today and tomorrow. And so we'll be getting that up pretty soon. And we have some other media things that we think will just be cool to share around. But yeah, I mean, I know we're all pretty excited to see what happens on the 20th.
Yeah, I think it's just important for you guys to know that our big push is beyond just this listing. So I don't want to improperly set expectations. I think, again, we're gonna continue to grow through the listing, and it's really the stuff that we're doing on the back end of that's gonna make this thing, the real next safe moon. What's up?
Okay, I have a question for you developers. How do you guys feel from last week when we had the little sell-off? How do you guys feel now compared to that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, it's hard not to take things personally. Yeah. You guys know, we're really working hard. Some of you guys are as well. And so it was tough going through that, but honestly, a lot of that was kind of a blessing, because now we have less of these whales that are, temperamental or sensitive to small price changes. And I think, we know the vast majority of the largest wallets at this point, and these wallets are like looking to hold, and they're not looking to make a couple $100,000, like they're looking to make millions of dollars. And so I think that those whales that are holding are going to help sustain, price points and not just get dropped by mega whales every time there's like a slowdown or something like that. So honestly, go ahead.
That would definitely help Wenmoon if we can decrease the volatility of the token. I mean, just like in the stock market, like if there's a lot of volatility, then it's you don't know what's going to happen. And so we want everyone to come into Wenmoon and know it's a safe investment. And so the more whales that we can get out or at least talk to, I think the better the road's going to be going forward.
Okay. And someone, username named Baked Potato asked, when will the donation show up on the website? Like the astronaut program you guys had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. It's we're like working on getting the liquidity for that because we're way up on market cap, so we owe like a ton of donations. So we'll be showing that soon. I need to add a page on the site for the astronaut program. I just haven't gotten to that yet, but it'll give us 24 hours. We have a lot of market cap and a lot of donations to catch up on, and so we're actively trying to figure that out.
Okay, and then I think someone asked, why is the slippage so high?
That's a good question. So I honestly am not entirely sure the answer to that. I've reached out to Pancakeswap, but obviously I haven't heard anything meaningful back yet. My understanding is it's based on market dynamics and determined by Pancakeswap. I don't think I did anything in the contract that has changed the way that slippage is being calculated. My assumption has always been that the larger we get and the more stability we have in the token, the less slippage that will be required. But I guess that remains to be seen.
Okay, by the way, we just hit 4.
I know. So crazy.
Yeah.
4 is nothing, baby. We're going to hit 6 tonight.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
I was going to be excited to hit 2 today. So here we are.
Yeah, last night I said we're gonna hit 2 today, and we fucking hit double that.
It's insane. What other questions you got? Thanks for hanging out, guys. Barry, thanks for leading this.
Yeah, no problem.
I have one. So we have the quick stats on the website, but I don't think it's API connected yet. So I think maybe it will be a good idea to put a disclaimer that it's updated early or once in 24 hours until we get listed on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, or something else, so we can use APIs to make it automated.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for the suggestion. So this is on my to-do list for tonight. We do have the guy that made the price bot for us. He gave us a REST API that I can add to the site so that it will be updated in real time. So I'm hoping to get to that on my it's on my to-do list for tonight. I might just go in there and throw that stipulation just to be safe before because I think things have changed quite a bit since I last updated that.
Okay, what do you want to say to people that want to sell?
Ooh. I mean, listen, in general, you got to do what you got to do. But if you have to sell, then sell what you have to. But I'm no financial advisor. I'm extremely biased on Wenmoon, right? But there's literally so much growth potential ahead of us. And the fact that we could, take this thing to hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap, which is so much greater than where we're currently at, means you could have some pretty incredible gains if you were to hold on a little longer.
Okay. Now another question I have is, so right now it's April 18th. Where do you see Wenmoon in what is it? June? No, sorry, May 18th.
Oh man, that's a tough question. I mean, if you would have asked me this 5 days ago,
Yeah.
when we were on our dip, and we were just grinding through it. I think my answer would have been quite a bit different than what seems possible now. I still think the path to 100 million is like very, very clear to us. I think the path to even potentially 500 million is pretty clear if we can get these dApps to kind of roll out well. You see like Elongate and stuff like that, $200 million market cap, and I can't remember, maybe 3-4 weeks or so. And like my understanding is they don't have a utility. Like, so I don't know if I had to throw out a prediction, I guess I'm gonna have to say, I'm no financial advisor. I'm no fortune teller, but I guess I'll throw out $250 million market cap and be optimistic. What do you say,
Sir,
Elon?
I have one question for you.
What was that?
Yeah, I think definitely over 100 mil.
I am Umar Farouk, sir. I have one question for you.
Wait, sorry, real quick, Barry. What's your prediction?
Oh, I think around there or more. We hit 30 million right now.
I know.
Like, I remember when we first
Sir,
started,
what is your plan?
400,000.
What is your plan for controlling the selling pressure on Herbert?
I'm sorry, for controlling the what?
For controlling the selling pressure on Herbert, if we are holder of Wenmoon.
Yeah, I mean, so like right now we're working on kind of marketing plans specifically for Hotbit so that we still have good, I guess, positive action going on over there.
Okay.
And someone was saying, will there be instructions on how to buy it with Hotbit?
100%, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely a lot easier than it is now.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So what are you guys planning to do like the upcoming weeks for this coin? Like any promotions or like,
Yeah, well, we're hoping the more that we grow, like the more big names we can bring in, right? Like it's kind of hard right at launch. You're one of X amount of tokens, and so you're going to these people saying, "Hey, like promote us." They don't really have a reason to, but with the growth going on, I think we can start pulling in some more big names. So that's just going to come. I mean, it's pretty attractive to someone when they see that you have a $30 million market cap and X thousands of holders, and so I think in the future we'll be able to pull in some bigger names for marketing, but like right now, obviously, we're not going to know that.
Yeah, and again, I think we start to see some network effects potentially as we start getting some traction on kind of the dApps that we're working on. Like the goal is essentially to build some software that has high enough utility and is on the free version that when a new person comes into any Telegram group, whether they're trading Elongate or some brand new token called Lambo or something, that when someone says, how do I see the value of my tokens? How do I see how many tokens I'm earning from redistribution? How do I see what my average buy-in price? Like the goal is that people recommend the profits tool. That way, then, we don't need to run ads to acquire every single customer. Now we have people promoting the product just because of the utility is so high. And then they see, okay, in order to access this premium feature, I need to hold Wenmoon token. Like now a lot of this marketing is being done via word of mouth, and there's some great network effects that really help us to scale this up. But yeah, I mean, we're still, paying influencers, and we'll continue to do so. We're trying to do some more kind of like, I don't know, legit marketing, I guess, to continue to drive traction to Wenmoon. Again, guys, like we're up now 400x from listed price. Like that's pretty cool. But like we think that again, we can get this thing to like hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap. So we're gonna do everything that we can to push this. Like we're not just gonna chill because we've quote unquote made it. Like we definitely haven't made it yet.
You mean like 400x?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro! I should have got them much earlier.
Yeah, 400x from listed price.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Hey,
400x. What's the time period?
The time period we launched on like the 5th essentially of April. So like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks. That's
Yeah.
enough.
Anybody else have anything? We're up like 13 some X from like 3 days ago. It's just wicked. I mean, just
Yeah.
today we're up a lot.
Yeah, these numbers are insane.
It's crazy. What crazy yesterday? We were sustaining 10 million market cap yesterday. Because remember the first time we went, like usually when we hit ATH in the past, they were like, followed by a drop straight away. But
Yeah.
yesterday we were sustaining and we're consolidating, which is always good.
Yeah, Barry, you had asked what words of advice do we have to anybody looking to sell? I mean, if you have a decent amount of tokens, the advice is to be strategic about the sell. And like, again, I think you're passing up on like gains in the future, like substantial gains in the future. But if you have to sell, then you should do it strategically, not only for the rest of the community, but for yourself. You should drip out these sales. When you place a high BNB sale, you're paying one through slippage, but then you're also paying because Pancakeswap charges you basically this price impact percentage. And so the larger your transaction, the higher the price impact you're going to pay. And so if you were to drip those sales out over some period of time, you are going to make more money and it's not going to crash the market. Like the problem is that we have, some of the whales or whatever that were selling yesterday, we'd get to an all-time high and they drop 30 BNB or whatever the amount was. And it really drops things. And for them, they're making less money because one, they're slowing down momentum. We have clear momentum. And if they would have dripped it out, they could have sold as we're moving up at higher and higher prices. But then two, they're paying high price impact and just getting overall less money. So like, again, I think you're missing out on future gains if you are selling now. But if you have to sell, then the strategic way to do it is to drip it out.
Okay.
I have a question. So are you earning tokens when you're providing liquidity? Like the tax that you charge to people, like the 15% tax, are you also earning that when you're providing liquidity for Wenmoon?
Sorry, I'm not exactly clear on your question. The 100% of that 15% tax, so all those tokens are then passed on to wallet holders.
Okay, because I know like you earn you earn tokens when you are providing liquidity, but in addition to that, do you also get like the 15% tax as well? Because
sorry, go ahead.
Yes, because when you're holding the coin, you are earning your share of the proportion that you're holding from the tax that you're charging new buyers and sellers. So, but if you're providing liquidity, are you also? So, I mean, the point that I'm trying to figure out here is like, am I earning both ways, like by providing liquidity as well as because I'm also like holding the coin and not selling it?
Yeah. So no, you're not earning new tokens outside of just a transaction through adding liquidity. You're only earning when you are holding.
Okay. So if I'm a liquidity provider, then I'm not going to earn any new tokens.
Oh yeah, if you're, that's actually a good question, and I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, like you can earn both ways. Like you can be
a
liquidity provider and you can earn tokens as well as you can also earn tokens by just holding it. But if it's not possible to earn new tokens when you're providing liquidity, then you might as well hold it.
Yeah. No, let me get back to you. I actually don't know the answer to that.
Okay, sure. I mean, I'd really appreciate the answer to this because, I mean, considering the trading volumes, I think it's not a bad idea to actually provide liquidity.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. Anybody have anything else?
Yeah, someone asked that. Do you guys sleep?
Oh man, I cannot tell you how many nights. I pulled a couple all-nighters, and I can't tell you. There's been a handful of nights that I've fallen asleep at the laptop. So last night being one of them. But it's worth it for the gains, for the boys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember when the first time I came here, I was so scared because I had PTSD from just getting rugged.
Bro.
And I came in the chat, no one's talking. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I think Christian who was just answering some questions, and then you guys made the chat private. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go again.
Yeah, that was our first time using Telegram, so we didn't even know how to use Telegram at that time.
Oh, trust me. Listen, we've been rugged as well. We've been rugged together, going in on stuff, and so and that was part of the inspiration for making something, and we're I'd like to think we're nice guys and stuff, and just not wanting to screw people over and stuff. So I totally get your guys' fear when Elon whatever was messing up the chat. But yeah, I appreciate you guys holding out for us. But in general, I can empathize because I've been there, and we're really trying to, one, make this not that, but two, make some tools so that we can help some other people avoid those, because it's tough out there.
Okay, one person asked is that, don't you guys think that maybe you guys aren't taken seriously with the name because it comes from memes?
Bro, have you ever heard of, there's this token called Doge?
Yeah, that's a pure meme coin. That's a fucking thing, bro.
Okay, let me tell him that.
Yeah, I'm just messing. But no, I mean, it's a good point. So listen, we could run off of, so the dApps that we're making, right? We have the opportunity for the dApps to take the name. We could name it something really serious, something really cool, right? I don't know what, but just really cool dApp company, just as a placeholder. And then that is the name that we run off of, but Wenmoon is what's powering it. But I mean, if you think about it, everybody here is asking, when is their coin, when is their trading going to get them to the moon and help them to get whatever they're looking to get out of life.
Yeah, that's basically everybody needs.
Yeah, exactly. And so Wenmoon
where's my Lambo, boy? Where's my Lambo?
Exactly. So Wenmoon is helping you moon, right? It's a series of holy cool. Wow. People 15 BNB buy, 5 BNB buy. Wow. This is insane.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
But anyways, I kind of like the name. It's
Sir, can we get 10x from here right now?
Absolutely.
Another thing with the name, I was thinking about this too, and I feel like we're coming to this new crypto space where there's going to be these crypto companies being formed, and I almost think it's kind of cool that a company that could be valued at $2 billion like SafeMoon can just have a meme name, a stupid name. Who says we can't go into the crypto world and just change it? Why can't you have this huge company called Wenmoon? I think crypto just opened up so many doors, and people shouldn't necessarily be turned off by meme names.
Bro, to be honest, can I tell you something honestly?
Yeah.
Wenmoon has reached up to a level where it doesn't even sound like a meme anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? It's just Wenmoon. It doesn't. You don't even have to go deep to articulate what it actually stands for. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. The bigger you
it's
get,
a very, very catchy name.
the bigger you get, the more people that know you, they don't necessarily think of it as a meme name at that point, especially when it's made on.
That's also that was also some people say, oh, this token is only popping because of the meme. I don't think a lot of people know that you guys are actually working on the dApp, app in the background. A lot of people don't know that. So when they start knowing that, they're like, oh shit, that's actually coming with a use.
100%.
That's not English. But
What's up, guys? Anything else?
Sorry, they were asking. So you said the ETA to like, update the website with the market cap and the price. How long will that take, roughly?
Barry's really put me to it. I'm hoping tonight.
Okay, all right. Because they're asking in the chat right now. They're like, oh, the website stuff is not moving and all that stuff.
I know, guys. I know. Like, there's literally so much going on that we're trying to keep up with. We do feel bad when things like that are not where we want them to be. So, yes,
bro. Like, I got a suggestion. Like, we have to change our name, like from Wenmoon to Moon Soon, or like Soon Moon.
No.
Or when
No, I was like thinking, like somebody asked about the name of this coin.
That shit trash. Wenmoon is
Okay.
fire.
Okay, another question for the devs. Someone asked, in the future, do you guys plan on seeing yourself like leaving your current job and then doing this full time?
I mean,
on this, or is it something on the table, or something you haven't talked about yet?
They already quit.
So there's only one of three of us that I'm the only one with the job, and
okay.
like as much money as I'm making with Wenmoon, I'm actually making more money at this other job. Like, so
what do you
I'm making.
Yeah, what are you, a fucking doctor or some shit?
You
No.
work for the cartel.
Oh,
I make a lot more than a doctor.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that's why it's very sensitive with me kind of working on this and revealing my association with Wenmoon and like my current role. So it's just like I'm in the startup space essentially.
Like, how come you guys came with this idea?
Honestly, it started off as like fun. Like, we were trading and stuff ourselves. I know how to, I'm a programmer or whatever. And so, we kept getting rugged and just like missing out on deals or whatever. So we launched Wenmoon, and then things were going well. And there's so many questions about we've all had questions, and we're getting, our friends into it. And there's just tons of questions on what are my tokens worth and how can I see what I have in my wallet, all this stuff. And then it started to kind of click, hey, there's this big opportunity for us to build some of these cool dApps and really add value to Wenmoon and back Wenmoon with some real utility. And it just so happens that with my startup software space, a bunch of the stuff that we're going to be making is, let's just say tangential to the stuff that I've built in the past. And honestly, it's feeling very exciting and fairly, I don't know, straightforward or easy that I can follow a very similar playbook to what I've done in the past in the startup world. So, yeah, that's how we got to where we are.
This must be a great milestone for you.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a good milestone for especially the day oneers that have made just stupid amounts of money, and we'll continue to do so.
See where this is at right now, and to be me and Barry were one of the first 50 members in this group.
I had to call this guy. I'm like, yo, give me my
where the
$160.
fuck this has gone up to. It's actually insane.
Yeah. We seen all the downs, yo. We seen the downs. We seen when you fucking BNB goes from fucking 11 to 2. Fuck. We seen all that, yo. We've been through that, So sometimes we see these drops, we're like, yo, this is nothing. We seen the fucking we seen when it was really, really bad.
Yeah.
We've been through the downs.
Hey, and you guys are still here. That's what's cool about it. Even through the dips.
Yeah.
Day one stage.
I think for me, what made me stay was I seen how desperate you guys were trying to push for it, and you guys did an AMA, and you guys have a long-term use. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. They seem genuine and everything. They're answering questions. They're coming in the community, talking about how they can propel together. So it's gonna be a good investment.
Yeah.
And
I would say since past 2 weeks, I've been in the amount of groups I've been in on Telegram. And to see this one, the only one where people are actually showing genuine love and not just flooding with memes and stuff like that, it's refreshing to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We noticed that. I mean, the chat is awesome. All the mods are awesome. Everyone just is helping out in such a huge way. Just bringing attention to things that should be brought to our attention. Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. And then someone asked, what was the news that made Wenmoon like blow up in the last 24 hours? If you can say 48 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's really just been like I think Reddit's been big for us. So like, you know, can't thank you guys enough for going and being active in the Reddit community and helping us get trending. I mean, you know, we've been trending so many times, or at least in the top 5, which I think has been huge. And I think like over the last 48 hours, like last 2-3 days, I mean, I think what's bringing people in is people are looking at the chart, they're seeing that we're going up. You know, we have this long-term roadmap, we have this listing going live, like we just have a lot of positive momentum and things going well right now. And I think people are able to see, or at least hopefully see, that this is so much more than just whatever the listing is on Tuesday, right? Like that's going to be helpful, but it's what we're building in terms of this community and the dApps that's like going to make this thing worth hundreds.
Dude, he's driving right now.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna have to go off. My report is due tonight, so I'll catch you guys later.
All right, good luck, Barry.
All right.
May the games be with you.
Always. All right,
Yeah.
later.
Awesome. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm looking through the chat real quick.
Let's go to the moon.
Yes.
I mean, obviously our DMs are always open, so if you guys have any questions after this, feel free to message myself or Casey.
So Wenmoon is going to the moon like Dogecoin, huh?
Hey, absolutely, man. We're just getting started. I don't know if you guys saw, but you know, SafeMoon, they had that decent dump this week, and they're right at like let me see, right? They're over $2 billion market cap. Like they're absolutely mooning today. So they're at $2 billion market cap. We're at what, a little over $32 million market cap. So we have so much more room for growth. And yeah, I like honestly, I still think this is just the beginning.
So okay, so going to book my RE.
Which one? To what?
I already started. Awesome. I'm buying a car.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks
Someone
for
gotta
hanging
go
out.
buy a Wenbo.
Yep. Go buy your Wenmo.
Oh,
You gotta hold
Wenbo.
it. You gotta hold until we're you know, in the hundreds of millions of market cap. So I can't buy it yet, but it's coming up.
Market cap is amazing.
It's insane.
Yeah, really
Awesome, guys.
Is there a limit for the coin burn? Because for every 100 holders, there's coin burn, right?
Yep. Yeah, so we're decreasing the amount of burn every 1,000 holders. So like I think I burned up to 3,000, and we're now at like 5,000. Or honestly, I haven't checked in a moment. So I need to catch up on that. Here's the thing, like with the token quantity. I mean, I think Doge has like 30 some billion or something like that. So you know, we have significantly more tokens than like a Doge per se, for example. So like I think we'll be fine when it comes to the amount of tokens that we have available. But we do need to be kind of strategic about how we are allocating burn and just making sure that we're thinking about the long term.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Cool. Question from here: how many times would it be if we reached 100 million market cap? It'd be right around 3 times, 3x from here. Amazing. Telegram. Cool. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Like this community is absolutely insane. You know, we're just trying to provide a token that like, you know, really moons. Like again, we think that hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap really is like fairly straightforward if we can get some things to continue going our way, and this community continues to support Wenmoon and believe in where we're trying to go. Yeah, like I just can't thank you guys enough. Last 3 days have been insane. I think it's just the beginning, and I hope you guys are making good gains. and are excited about massive gains in the future.
We ready, bro. We ready.
Awesome. All right. You guys have a good night. We'll see you in the chat.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you
good.
guys so much for your hard work, bro.
Thank you. See you.
Okay, see ya.